All right. So I was asked, to give my 2 cents on Jess' hilarious transphobic commentary that she released. I'm going to go on and say this right now. You know, transphobia is not going to save you from white supremacy. And what's out cold about this is seeing cisgendered black women who are homophobic and transphobic, biphobic, internalized misogyny, they're just as toxic masculinity and male centered than anything sometimes, unfortunately. But the out cold part is throughout history, black cisgendered women weren't even viewed as women. Throughout history, black cisgendered women and currently are still viewed as being masculine. When you look at the enslavement of Africans in the USA and across the country and across the world, many times the black cisgendered woman was out there picking cotton and doing the hard labor right along the black cisgendered man. She was being beaten and whipped and hung from trees and sexually assaulted and abused and raped and violated right there with the cisgendered black man. And again, was not viewed as being a woman and oftentimes was denied womanhood and femininity because she was a black cisgendered woman. So here we are centuries later, and we're really not that far out. I mean, my God, centuries. We're a little under 200 years since slavery ended, 1865. It's 2023. So we're a little under 200 years. It's not that long ago. 100 years ago was 1923. It was still fucked up. It's 2023 and it's still fucked up. But what gets me is, again, literally not a week or so ago, there were 2 cisgendered women who were murdered and killed because a person thought they were trans women, thought they were transgendered women. Transphobia is not going to protect you from white supremacy. And when it comes to Jess Hilarious, I made a video, 2019, 2020, around that time, about Jess Hilarious and how she was mocking and disrespecting and being prejudiced and racist and closed-minded and xenophobic against the sick community. I may be pronouncing that incorrectly, and I do apologize. I may be pronouncing it incorrectly, and I do apologize. But the sick community, the SIKH community, information will be in the description box below, and I would link that video that I did in 2019, 2020 about it. She was being racist and xenophobic and prejudiced and stupid and ignorant then. I wrote her off then. And here we are, and she is continuing to be ignorant and closed-minded and transphobic. And again, what gets me too about all of this is you will have women, cis women, who will come and say that, we're more than bearers of children. We're more than baby incubators. But then there's so many cis women who literally have decided that what makes them women is their capabilities of carrying a baby. Their capabilities of being pregnant or becoming pregnant or having a menstrual cycle, bleeding once a month, having a period, a menstruation. And the out cold part about it is there's a lot of cis women who cannot bear children, who cannot give birth. There's a lot of cis women who don't have menstrual cycles. Not to mention that you can eventually stop having menstrual cycles altogether once you hit menopause or you have a hysterectomy or any health issue. But according to those cis women, I guess you're not a cis woman. You're not a biological woman. You're not a real woman because you didn't. And it's just like, what? Right now, we have Olympic gold medal winning professional athletes who are being banned and barred from performing in the Olympics because of transphobia. And also because these are cis women, but because of their genetic testing and testing of hormone levels and what have you, there are cis women who, according to the, very close-minded cishet normative society, you have too much testosterone in your blood. What's going on? You must not be a cisgendered woman, because again, it's mostly based off of white supremacy and what a white cis woman looks like is European beauty standards. Everything is based off of white supremacy, unfortunately. And I'm going to say it again. Transphobia will not protect you from white supremacy. So when you see people like Jess hilarious, you're not hilarious. You're ignorant. You're stupid. You're uninformed. You're uneducated. And you get on your platform, you know that you have the power, you have the publicity, you have the following, you have the fan base to potentially educate people, make them aware, spread awareness, and you also have the capabilities to spread hatred, bigotry, transphobia, ignorance. And it's your choice, because at the end of the day, it's your platform. But guess what? This is my platform, and I'm going to checkmate you on your transphobic bullshit, just like I did in 2019 and 2020 when you made those xenophobic, racist, prejudiced comments about the Sikh community. Here it is. And again, and then the whole, well, who's going to stand up for the biological woman? Who's going to stand up for the cis woman? First of all, a lot of people in our community stand up for black cis women, for cis women in general. My mother is a black cisgendered woman. But I'm not saying that to be like everybody else, oh, well, my friend's black, or my friend's a trans. And what's a trans? Transgendered is an adjective. Okay, so that doesn't, y'all be sitting up calling people trans and transgendered and, just all kinds of and instead of trying to learn and be aware and open your eyes to things, instead of just assuming that, anyways, and it could be, and this is what doesn't make sense, right? Because according to you, they're not real women. Jess, you're not wearing your real hair. So, are you a real woman according to your own standards? But again, when it comes to standing up for cisgendered women, for black cisgendered women, when it comes to standing up for trans women, when it comes to standing up for intersex women, when it comes to standing up for women, feminine people in general, we're there. Anybody that looks at my videos and who knows me personally, and you can actually look at my category of videos, I'm constantly speaking up for black women, whether they're cis or trans or intersex or feminine or not. And for cis women, for women in general, for feminine people in general. I was raised by black cis women. I care for black cis women. So I'm always speaking up against patriarchy, sexism, misogyny, homophobia, transphobia, biphobia, racism, classism. I stand up against bigotry and oppression. I'm not perfect, and I'm a bigot in many ways. I have to unlearn and constantly, consistently, on a conscious effort, be willing to do the work to unlearn toxicity, because I'm a product of my environment, just like you, Jess. Hilarious. But we all have a choice. At the end of the day, we all have a choice. We can choose to do the right thing, or we can choose to do the wrong thing. But we all have a choice. Black trans women are dying at alarming rates. Black and brown trans women, trans feminine people are dying at alarming rates. Cisgendered black women, cisgendered black and brown women are dying at alarming rates. Between femicide, The murders, the rapes, the sexual assault, the human and sexual trafficking, and being murdered for simply existing. Trans women are being killed for being who they are. Cis women are being killed for being who they are. And we need to speak up. We need to uplift our black and brown, cis women, trans women, feminine people, human beings regardless. We need to be looking out for each other. We need to be making sure people are protected, supported, and respected. But I'm not going to sit up here and allow people to disrespect black trans women, brown trans women, and I'm also not going to let people disrespect cisgendered women, black cis women, black cis women, brown cis women, cis women. I'm not going to sit up here and allow misogyny, patriarchy, transphobia, sexism, any of the bigotries, any of the closed-mindedness. I'm not going to allow that to flow. I'm going to checkmate it every time. And it's a lot of us that need to check our own shit. And instead of sitting up here, again, and I'm about to go there. Y'all sit up here and do all of this, just straight up closed-minded shit, but then won't say anything to the mother effers that are literally out here taking away your rights, taking away your lives, taking away your freedoms, literally making you into hashtags. You're not going to talk to them, but you're going to check other marginalized minority groups that are also suffering right along with you, but your actual oppressor, the people that are actually bringing harm to you and taking away your rights and denying you freedoms and justice, rights and liberty for all, let's not talk to them. Let's not checkmate the person who's actually screwing us over. No, let's go and beat up on another marginalized group. Sounds about weak and pathetic. Again, we're stronger if we would come together in union, really be together in union, like unity. But we're going to fight against each other over the little crumbs because of the white supremacist power structure? Come on, y'all. But again, I'm not surprised by what Jess Hilarious said. Again, like I said, 2019, 2020, she made those xenophobic, racist, prejudiced comments about the Sikh community. So quite frankly, this just seems to be pretty much on par with her behavior and her mindset. And unfortunately. Modelo's cerveza, so good. But anyways, protect black trans women, to protect brown trans women, protect black cis women, protect brown cis women, protect trans women, protect cis women, and stop with the hatred.